Hello, my Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your Path of True Love reading. Timeless but time-stamped for January 2020 when I am doing it. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mel for short, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and Venus in Libra. So welcome my Libra brothers and sisters of planetary alignment. Very excited to be reading this for you in January. It's been an interesting journey. Got through the holidays. Here I am back at work pretty much full force. As a matter of fact, tonight is, full moon will be at like 2 a.m. something on Friday the 10th. So this is the 9th, the night before. And in my Facebook group tonight, I'm doing a 10 p.m. Eastern. You guys probably will just be, this will probably be uploaded by then, in my... my Facebook thing, my Facebook group, Mark Angelo Lyons Mel for short on Facebook. I am doing a thing tonight, an inner child chat for the full moon in Cancer, because Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. Figured that was the guidance coming through, so I'm doing it. It's been busy back to work first week, right? So before we dive into the readings, a couple of things. Number one, if you are new to my channel, please do like and subscribe. I'm making my way to 1,000 subscribers. So I could do super live chat, promising that once I'm there, I will do a little ditty called Drunk Tarot once a month or so. There is a video that I did in the description box below explaining what that is, called Clarifying Drunk Tarot, and was my absolute favorite video to do last year. Just saying, I really enjoyed that one. So please check it out, like and subscribe, because I will certainly be doing super live chat at least once or twice a week, you know, just to have fun with it. Cool, make a little ching on the side, a little money on the side. That being said, let's also keep in mind this is a general reading. Not every reading is going to fit everybody like a glove 24/7, 365. So please check your other signs. This is a Path of True Love reading. We're only doing 7 cards, 1 card from 7 different decks, 7 different channels of the divine, if you will. So, you know, take what resonates, right? Even if you got like 75% info in one and 25 in the other, there's your 100%, right? If I did the math right, I'm pretty sure I did the math right on that one. My cats are getting active because their dinner time is getting closer and closer. So we might have some feline activity. Always a possibility here at Drawing the Circle Productions home office. What else? Oh yeah, a Path of True Love read is a little bit different than like a basic, you know, love read on YouTube. This is about your spiritual path, your healing journey, your hero's journey, however you want to see it, through the eyes of your relationships, or I should say through the lenses of what you've learned, the wisdom you've gained in order that you become true love, unconditional love, divine love, fully incarnate in human form, right? That's what our relationships are for. And you know what? Relationships are not to make us happy. Otherwise, we would have been in nirvana thousands of years ago, right? No, they're to make us grow, to make us heal, to make us evolve, right? So that is the point of the Path of True Love, is to awaken you. It's a path of spiritual awakening. So this reading isn't about the relationships in your life, though there may be pointers and indicators here and there. This reading is about you and your soul, your relationship to your higher self, your relationship to your inner child, your relationship to the divine, however you want to parse that out for yourself. And of course, your relationship with everyone else is a mirror of that in some way, shape, or form. Cool, cool. So this is sort of like self-reflective time, which is going to help you. By the way, this information really is supposed to help you in all areas of relationship. Twin flame, soulmate, whatever. Pain in the ass boss, right? However it plays out. Cool, cool. So the last thing I do recommend is that you be aware of your breathing as we go. You are an air sign, right? Remember, Libras are one of the 3 air signs, cardinal or creative air. So be mindful of your breath as we go through this. I'm going to do the same so that I can be in the present moment as possible. Slow my fucking roll, because when the energy gets high and the guides start going, I can be like a machine gun, and I'm a little hard to understand if I go too fast. So just breathe, right? Plus, we're also breathing in the same prana, chi, guidance, grace, whatever you want to call it, from the same source, even though we're separated by time and space. So we're actually tuning to the same frequency. I'm translating it through divination and my words, clairvoyant, empathically. You're actually breathing in the vibration through your nervous system as well. So easier to feel which is yours of all the info coming out, what's yours and what isn't by what rises in your body while you watch, right? But really hard to do if you're thinking, right? So breathe. Cool, cool. I think that's it. Let's dive in, shall we? Let's find that still point with a nice deep breath and ask the angels. Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue. All the decks that I'm working with are at the bottom of the description box, and I've got some pretty cool stuff in my description box. Go check it out. Cool, cool. Here we go. Nice deep breath. Tuning to my angels. Oh, there you are. Here we go. My angels, please, one card in clarity for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, of which I am part of this collective. Please, a celestial overview, your angelic point of view. Where are we? Where are we on the path of true love for January 2020, or timeless, whenever we get around to watching this? Let's look. I've been putting them face down a lot and then flipping them, so I get a little surprised too. All right, not bad out the gate. We got power. All right, so we're in a place of power, at least the Libra aspect, right? Like I said, I'm Venus in Libra. I'm also Venus. I'm also Sun in Virgo, Moon in Pisces, Leo rising. So you know, some pieces going on there. But I can really look at my placement of Venus in Libra. This is seeing that place of balance, and I'm in a place of balanced power, right? And so wherever you are, this is where the Libra. Look at that in terms of your mental, emotional balance, right? That we're in a place of power. Kicks ass, right? It's pretty general. It's what I like about angel cards in general. But those are the healing with the Angels Oracle. So keep that in mind. There's something about healing our power going on here. Let's ask the goddesses, or if you like, the divine feminine energy of all that is, essentially half the energy of the universe. I call it the voice of the goddesses, or the goddess, right? A little piece of tarot. Let's ask. Let's ask the goddesses. What's going on here? Nice deep breath. See, with that deep breath comes that stillness, that point of silence. It's like, oh, and you're plugged right back in. So delicious. My goddesses, please. One card in clarity for this Libra collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Where are we on the path of true love? The Libra collective for January 2020. Please give us a clue, a tip, a hint where we are on the path of true love, January 2020. Interesting. The Gemini card. See, this is what I mean. When other signs pop up, particularly court cards, and there are only 2 tarot decks here and only 1 card each, so the chances of a court card popping up, I guess statistically, are the same as any other, but, you know, we're used to seeing more major arcana cards, I notice, when I pull 1 from these decks. So there's something here about Gemini. Now, could this be a Gemini person? Possibly. But another way to interpret that, because this is about you, in this case, because I've got that placement in Libra, me, that this is about self-expression, right? 3rd house, think that Gemini, communication, element of air. Now, considering we're looking at a Libra placement here for this zodiacal collective, there's an easy, even flow here. So something about communicating power, or at least expressing power. Remember, like twins, the Gemini, one might be very, very overt with their power, one very covert, or you could say shy, like hiding their power. Or then there's, of course, the shadow power, the power that you have that you don't want anybody to know about, right? So there's definitely some information going back and forth between the air signs, and my youngest Melchior just came up to sit with us. He's a good boy. That's why I keep the chair there. He's the only one who sits there, though. So power and Gemini. So that's interesting. Definitely a thing of expressing ourselves in one way or another, or perhaps dealing with a Gemini person, I mean, do they have to be sun, moon, rising? No, but there's going to be something very prominent about their self-expression, right? How they communicate themselves. Even nonverbal communication is part of that too in terms of self-expression. So to add to that, we're going to, that was Daughters of the Moon Tarot for the Divine Feminine. We're going to do the Mythic Tarot, Juliet Sharman Burke, for the Divine Masculine, the other half. Always ladies first. I was raised right. Always ladies first. Nice deep breath. My gods, please, one card in clarity for this Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Where are we on the path of true love for January 2020, considering we've got power and self-expression? My gods, please, for the Libra collective. Where are we on the path? I don't fucking believe this. Gemini and the Knight of Swords. Gemini, the Dioscuri, the twins. Holy shit. Now look, I don't know if you can watch my eyes. Like, go back and look. Like, my eyes are closed usually when I am shuffling. So it's not like I'm like, oh, look, there's Elvis. And then, holy fuck. That is so rare. That is so... even for me. I've been doing this shit since I'm 12. I'm 51. And still moments like this, I'm like, oh, wow. All right. So now we just don't have twins. We've got quadruplets. This is pretty fucking powerful because both the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine are talking about, at least on a third house, a zodiacal symbolic level, self-expression, communication. Holy crap, polies. I'm just going to leave those there. I mean, obviously, I if you've watched my readings before, you know I weave them all together, right? They're like beads on a thread, right? Words in a sentence saying something, though sometimes you have to put them in different order, which is fine. But definitely power of self-expression, both inner, like expressing your emotions, expressing your intuition, expressing your divine feminine inner stuff, Libra, one side of the scale, and as well expressing powerfully, demonstrably, I think this is the right word to say, the right way to say that word, the yang as well. It's like very unheard of in my book in all my years. That's bizarre. Let's take a nice deep breath. We've got to go deeper into that. We're going to use the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack. 4 suits in this one. The Problem, which is half the deck. Healing, Luck, and Grace. So we'll see what we get on this, because with all that expression and power, whatever comes after those 3, it's definitely up a notch, right? This isn't like, oh yeah, no, it's powerful. Hearing from over here, but keep in mind, subtle is also powerful, right? Did you ever give somebody butterfly kisses? Can't you, and they get like, what is that called? Goose flesh, right? You can't smack them across the face and give them goose pimples, right? It's a little, just right back here. I can kiss the guy right here, make his whole body like do that. No, it's subtle. I digress. What do you want? I've got Mercury conjunct Venus and Libra. Nice deep breath. Oh yeah, I'm fucking romantic of the zodiac. Fuck my life. Here we go. The Ascended Masters. I'm glad I made you laugh. Please, one card in clarity for this Libra collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Where are we on the path of true love for January 2020, please? A Chuck Spezzano Love Pack, a piece of grace, a piece of healing, a piece of luck, or a piece of the problem. Show us, where are we on the path of true love for January 2020? Cross fingers. Oh, truth. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A powerful double whammy expression of truth. But, you know, it's Libra, so we're going to try and be fair and balanced and symmetrical about it, and probably really pretty and cute while we're doing it, because that's how we roll. This is a neat fucking read. You know, I used to try and keep myself out of the readings. Now I find I have way much more fun, even if they're not about me. But, you know, at least the ones that I have planets are, I'm not going to be making shit up. Yeah, I've got, like, what? I've got Neptune and Scorpio. That doesn't mean I'm going to be looking at the Scorpio ratings for myself, right? Truth. I mean, what else is there to say? This is really like, okay, powerfully inner and outer expression of truth. it's just there. Yes, I could take 2 words and talk 3 hours about them. I used to do Sunday morning services every Sunday at the Silver Broom before it was even the Silver Broom in Sayville. So yeah, I could talk. I know how to talk. Don't need to here, which is a little rare for me if you know me. Let's ask the higher selves of all involved, my own included, through the Whispers of Love Oracle. What the fuck is going on? No, we're going to ask them where we are, not what the fuck is going on, although they might be the same thing. Nice deep breath. The higher selves of all involved, my own included, please. 1 card in clarity for the Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Where are we on the path of true love for January 2020, though timeless, whenever we're supposed to see this, please? Yeah, I want to ask what's going on, but I'll take it here. Please, a card of clarity. Where are we on the path of true love? Us, Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, January 2020. This is the card. Let's see what it says. Turn on your heart light. Sorry, every single time. I can't help it. It's like I have Neil Diamond syndrome when this card comes up. Turn on your heart light. Let it shine wherever you go. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love. This is, oh my God, this has got to be about some kind of true love, right? Turn on your heart light with truth. This has got to be pointing towards a powerful expression of divine love, particularly because the masculine and feminine are united. When you have the polarities unified like that, and the twins of all things, like saying they're exactly the same in every way except not, yin and yang, sorry, masculine, feminine, bringing that into balance with this expression of truth, like the ultimate truth that we're not separate, that separation is in and of itself an illusion, a helpful illusion if you want to experience physical form, but that to turn on our heart light, right? That's where we are, to open our hearts by, interestingly enough, and now allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love. Reflection starts in the mental, right? So there's something very air signy about this, but I can't get away from like the key words of power and truth here with this. Well, thankfully we've got 2 more cards down. Now, the next one is the Journey of Love Oracle, relatively new to my divination set. This one is pretty wild, though. I would never use more than 1 of these in a reading. They're so rich and thick and multi-layered. Sounds like dessert. I need a fucking sip of coffee. Besides, I'm working. I've got a 9:30 client in the morning, too. I need my coffee now. Because what we're going to do now is I'm going to read it from the book because there's way too much info for me to memorize about this. It would take me a lifetime with the poetry and everything. I'm not memorizing other people's poetry if I can avoid it. Unless it's in limerick form. I know a shit ton of those. So where we've had the different channels, or if you like, pantheons of the divine communicate, this one is all of them together. And then we'll get one more, the healing mantra deck from Kahn. It'll be the voice of the masters. So we're double dipping on the masters this time. He gave us the card of truth. It's pretty heavy duty. Kind of digging it. Nice deep breath. Still point. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please. 1 card in clarity, a Journey of Love Oracle card for this Libra collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Where are we on the path of true love through the Journey of Love Oracle? Please, 1 card in clarity. Got it. No turning back now. Let's see. Please. I don't want to say be a good one, be a bad one. Whatever's going to come is going to come. Sacred Convergence. This is the second time this card has come up. Was this in the last reading? I mean, I am really I'm even shuffling all of the decks in between readings, like when the camera's not on, to make sure that if a repeat comes up, I know it's a repeat. I just can't remember, it was one of the other ones I did today. Before this, obviously, I did Scorpio, and before that, Sagittarius. So one of those had Sacred Convergence in it. Card number 28. Let's go look. All right. So there are three parts of how this book works with the deck. The first part kind of explains the card and the meaning. The second part of it is about in terms of being an oracular system. The oracle means this for you. The third is a piece of poetry. So here we go. Please breathe while we're doing this. Sacred Convergence. There is a coming together happening within your body and soul, a unification of all that is within you. Oh my God, the divine masculine, divine feminine as the twins. That's nuts. This is akin to traveling to a strange land, as all sorts of new sensations, not all welcome at first, begin to make themselves known to you. If you are experiencing discomfort within your own body, or uncertainty and a sense of expansion to include more of life in your thoughts and feelings, then you are conscious of this sacred convergence. In other words, if you're feeling a little restless, if you're feeling a little... Do you know what I mean? Like stuff's going on maybe on the inside, but you can't quite express it just yet, just a feeling, then acknowledge that this is part of this convergence, harmonic or otherwise. That's a very specific New Age reference. It is like two worlds or more colliding, like the twins. If you are sensitive, you will feel it happening as an important event without necessarily having a physical situation to attribute the experience to, or upon which to hang an explanation. And you know what that feels like. If you ever had to feel like, I don't know, I can't put my finger on it, I just feel it, like something's coming, I don't know. It's like right now, we're in the waxing side of full moon at the time I'm recording this, and it's in Cancer, and I'm Pisces moon, so I'm feeling all sorts of empathic stuff all over the place, not to mention what's going on in Australia and just in the world at large, picking up on everybody's everything here and there. And is it important that I know what it is, or just that I have the experience, love what rises, and take care of myself as I go through this, right? You may also be encountering this in a very physical sense by finding yourself in situations which you previously would have avoided. Nothing here necessarily indicating that in this spread, but something to be aware of. You may be meeting people and thrown into relationship with them, apparently more by circumstance than by your own conscious choosing, which means it's the divine plan in play if you just all of a sudden find yourself with new people, which actually has been happening to me a little bit more and more. This is a meeting of you with your shadow and something to rejoice in, even if it is uncomfortable at times. In other words, notice what rises within you, because the universe is jockeying you into different positions to trigger different emotions to come up for your own healing, so that you can see truth. And what? Turn on your heart light through what? Sacred convergence, which means every meeting is a holy encounter. Very Course in Miracles. Yeah, Google... Holy encounter with A Course in Miracles. Most of the Course in Miracles is about relationships, by the way. Just saying. Threading the light through the darkness without even realizing you are doing it. You are gently impregnating the matter of your body. Oh, sorry, I skipped it. I turned the page. I'm so sorry. Where the hell did that go? Sacred Convergence. Okay. Here we go. This oracle holds a message for you. A deeper part of yourself is calling you forward. Any discontent, struggle, anxiety, or fear is a subconscious recognition of this. So feel what you're feeling, right? Don't worry, it says. You are a unique plant in the divine garden. I love that. You don't have to know what plant you are in order to grow. You just need to live each day, and the growth happens naturally. Then you can see over time the beauty of your true nature revealing itself to you. It will be a revelation to be relished. So there's definitely something in process here. I get the turn on your heart light thing. Keep your heart open to the best of your experience. It's not about keeping your vibration high, otherwise bad things going to happen. No. The divine is obviously at work work here, and they gesture my eye back to this card of power. I have a feeling if we knew what this really was, we'd go hide. Not because it's a bad thing, it's a thing, right? And we're having trouble kind of expressing it. Hence all this Gemini, and also they're saying we could both feel divine feminine and think divine masculine two ways about it. So there's that truth, that we really have to keep our eye on what is truth here, and if we don't know what the truth is, turn on the heart light, balance the heart and the mind there. Here's our poem. From the white foam on a surface of blue to the mystery beneath the waves, wherever your travels may lead, may the artist's touch inspire us to explore the ocean realm and celebrate the beauty as land gives way to water and water to the unknown. That's kind of hot. Because it is saying that we're going to be coming together with people that we're not expecting. There's something coming that we are not expecting. And how can you prepare for that? Well, turn on your heart light seems to be the only thing here, because power and truth and Gemini, so obviously something going on here. So we have to turn on our heart light. Just 1 second, please. All right, you got it. You got it, Sabby. Just gotta scratch the floor for no reason whatsoever. All right, that's good. Come on. Sorry about that. Had some feline antics about to go down over some cat food. That's not good. Yeah, I have to feed them after this. They're starting to get a little, I don't want to say predatory. What do we call it? Dominant. They're doing dominant displays in front of me because they're hungry. Oh my God, it's not that far past their dinner time. All right, nice deep breath. We're gonna end with the Matt Kahn healing mantra deck. Now, just to keep in mind, mantras are not affirmations, right? But you're an air sign, so you can play with them both ways. An affirmation is really the repetition of a statement of truth, trying to convince the subconscious mind that it's true, right? So it takes some kind of hold in something other than the conscious mind, which is not the highest percentage of the mind, right? It's just like that little bit on top. The sub and unconscious mind are just way deeper. A mantra is usually a statement, usually in another language. Like, I'm so used to doing mantras in Sanskrit. I just prefer it because my mind cannot take a foreign language and play with it like it can with English, my mother tongue, right? But these are in English, so they are statements of truth resonant with the soul truths that the more you say them, it's like running code through a system, like pulsing code, right? Computer code through. So I guess it's sort of like conditioning, but it's more to like awaken what's already in you, right? Like running a program through to activate their activation codes. Pin numbers. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I love my masters. And this is our double dip, right? The masters gave us this card of truth, so we're going to ask them for one of these mantras. They even said to me before I started this series, they said, put the title of the mantra in, the name of the mantra. On one side is the name of the mantra, the other side the mantra itself. And then we can look it up in the book, which I'm going to do. To put that in the title so that if they remember anything else, remember the healing mantra, because that's the code. Cool. I'm sort of excited. Let's do this. Nice deep breath. Exhale first. Still point. My masters, please, one card in clarity for this Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Where are we on the path of true love for January 2020? Considering we've got power, we've got 2 Gemini cards, one for the divine feminine, one for the divine masculine, really in agreement there. The masters, you've also given us the card of truth. The higher selves, turn on your heart light, allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love, and from the collective itself, sacred convergence. That was for the cats. Please, my masters, what is our healing mantra? Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, sign on the path of true love for January 2020. And timeless. Dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Oh, snap. Yeah, I get it. I think I get it, right? Self-expression with truth. How do you express your truth and keep that all in balance with being non-judgmental? Well, first thing I know for sure is the part of you that's having the judgment is probably the child of the heart, right? Yeah, I don't like it, yeah, which is usually a form of intuition, right? So let the judgment come up, but you don't necessarily say it, and you don't let it control your conduct, because this is saying I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. I don't have to like the actions, right? It doesn't say I have to love. It says I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. And that's true. Our intuition, so often we discount our intuition because we're trying to be good little spiritual boys and girls and not be judgmental. But if you think of the judgment as this thin leaded veneer, right, a thin coating of lead around this golden nugget of intuition, let the judgment come up, particularly if it's in your gut. Go, oh, something feels off there. Then something's off there. Doesn't make them bad, doesn't make them evil, doesn't mean you have to like what they're doing. We're allowed to not like things. Often that is the body telling you this is not a match to who I am. This doesn't feel right for me. And honey, if we were taught that as kids, there'd be a hell of a lot less perpetration against children, because children would know this doesn't feel good, I'm the fuck out of here, right? Just saying. Wouldn't our lives all have been different? Intuition and self-esteem are linked that way. If you're really given that opportunity to trust your gut, even if you're right or wrong, that's going to give you a sense of really being able to love yourself and support yourself and estimate yourself higher, because you make wiser choices based on this without having to check it with everybody else. Let's get the booklet part of this. Dissolving judgment. Oh, something very synchronistic. They're all supposed to be, but this one is really, really. Breathe. Dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. When judgments are dissolved, you don't have to enjoy the actions of others in order to glean benefit from them. When you know that every moment has been created to help each soul shine the brightest, it becomes easier to not take things personally. Instead, you are able to appreciate the positions life has put you in as evidence of your evolving mastery in form. Now, with all this, there's a little bit left. I'll get to it. But that's what I'm feeling like. It feels like we're going to be feeling all sorts of stuff and really connecting with our truth, right? Like, it's going to make something's off there. It doesn't feel right, particularly with this idea of sacred convergence, that we're going to be feeling uncomfortable. But if it's all the divine orchestrating something for us, it's okay for us to take the journey. But that doesn't mean we have to like how other people are behaving. In fact, it says I don't have to like the actions of others, really talking about behavior. This mantra is ideal for learning to speak your truth. Speak your truth, like 2 Gemini cards and a truth card. Cultivating empathy and trusting the universe. Holy crap, powerful, powerful, powerful. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Dissolving judgments, right? So we start off with the angels talking about power. No question, this is powerful, but followed by what? 2 Gemini cards, divine feminine self-expression, right? Divine masculine self-expression, really like twins, saying truth, that there's something absolutely here about experiencing our truth and how we express our truth. Probably first allowing ourselves to even acknowledge what's going on inside of us in the divine feminine, and then somehow, hopefully diplomatically, expressing that in some way. Sort of like, my mother's calling me, I gotta go, right? It's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Turn on your heart light, right? And I love the words of this. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love, right? So it kind of indicates if it's not going on in that moment, just take a moment. reflect on a time when you felt love, and that can be for anyone, anything, any place, just to get that heart light open, because in a sacred convergence, you have to remember the process of dissolving judgment. You don't have to like the actions of others in this convergence in order to love your journey. And I think that's why the turn on your heart light, the Neil Diamond card is in there. Holy crap. Glad to be Venus in Libra. I'll tell you that very, very much for this month at least. May the Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need on the path of true love for January 2020, that they may turn on their heart light throughout any sacred convergence with power and truth, communicating and expressing themselves as honorably as possible and as truthfully as possible, dissolving judgment while knowing that I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. For that we may become the best that we can be, right? That we may grow, heal, evolve, and fulfill our role in the divine plan for the well-being of all. And so it is. Oh, thank you so much, my Libra brothers and sisters, for watching. Please do like and subscribe. This was a really, really, I mean, synchronistic. They're all supposed to be synchronistic, but this was a little extra for us for some purpose. Won't even say reason. I would save this one for the watch later, because you might want to check this in a week or so, right? Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed. And of course, as always, as I sign off, hail, farewell, and blessed be.